Texas needs more workers, especially those with trade skills. Our Lauren Kendrick introduces us to a former student electrician turned teacher, helping kids get their first jobs right out of high school.
Hunter Bakel,
so go grab the roll of 14-2 out of the cage and let's get started, gentlemen.
Is standing in one of the simulation houses in this classroom, as you could call it.
About 15 years ago, I was a student in this exact same program.
He went on to have a successful career as an electrician. Now he's back as a teacher.
Then I was a part of NEISD getting the additional funding to help create this facility, being that I was one of the best students that the program had produced at that time.
He was chosen to replace one of his former teachers.
Being a former student and now stepping into the instructor role, it really does give you a different perspective.
Mr. Bakel says this looks nothing like what he remembers working on in high school.
So we're able to do bigger, better things, more realistic things like what the students are currently working on behind me.
Mr. Bakel says what he learned on over a decade ago has changed drastically for the better.
This is exactly similar to what we were using in school. It would be a 4x6 board that would roll on a rack. And this fails to give them the real world aspect of how large these rooms actually are.
Now he is teaching his students what he's learned in hopes they'll take it out in the real world. Mr. Bakel says there is a huge need for any skilled laborer.
Electricians, plumbers, mechanics, carpenters, HVAC technicians, the list goes on and on. That false ideology was pushed upon students for the last 30 years, and that has created the deficit that we have in the workforce.
He wants to get these students ready to fill that void.
That way, once they come back with the 14-2, y'all can help run it from that box up over the rafters and down into the panel.
As he's back in his new role, Mr. Bakel says he is teaching his students more than just how to wire a house with electricity. He's also giving them valuable lessons on how to better themselves in life.
Everything that I've set out in life, I've given it 110% and tried my best at, and that's just one of the many things that I'm trying to instill into the kids.
And who knows, maybe one day one of his students will take over for him.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. For more refreshing stories about your community, click the subscribe button over here. You can also download our Spectrum News app and tune in to Channel 55 on Dish and DirecTV to get live news coverage, weather updates every 10 minutes, and more. We'll see you then.